Hey, cousin, it's your favorite cousin Can here at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about the cycles of life, and this is a complete cycle for the Spark the Flame podcast. This is the season finale, so I have officially recorded 70 episodes. So I'll start this back up again. This won't be the last time that I record, but as of right now, this is the completion of the cycle, and it is time for me to move forward. Now, don't worry, cousin. I know some of y'all like, Ken, hold on, you just came back, dang, cousin. I don't even be liking these. Cousin, I'm still here, okay? I'm not going nowhere. That 3 years that I took off to work on myself, that's over, okay? That was a cycle, right? And I always tell you we have 3 year cycles. So I took 3 years off to work on myself and I came back. And when I came back, Spark the Flame, the podcast, was the first thing I was guided to do. Well, one of the first things I was guided to do. And it's been one complete year since I have started the Spark the Flame podcast. And it's just time for me to put all of my energy and effort and attention in one direction. And I'm going to tell you that anytime you put your energy in one direction, whatever you do is going to take off. A lot of times we don't have the traction that we want or the effect that we want, and it's because our energy is all over the place. And I know, me being me, I can get messages and I'll act on them, okay? I'll get inspiration, I'll get some download or a good idea or something like that, and I'll act on it right away. That's just me. You might be like that too, but it's a time for that. And then there's a time for you to just focus in and lock in on one thing. Because when you lock in on one thing, then you know that that is going to be successful. I feel like Spirit brought me back last year to really just reintroduce myself, let everybody know I'm back. I'm here to support you. And I was teaching a lot, I was recording a lot, but I already know that the phase of recording, uploading, and being online, that phase of my life it's here, but it's not anything like it was, and it's not ever going to be the way that it was. A lot of you know me from my Can Be the Light channel, and I used to record every single day, millions of views, got the plaque, the whole thing, 100,000 subscribers, all that. That part of my life is over. I am online to teach, I am online to share, and if you find me online, then I am here to support you on your journey. My main focus right now is the spiritual alignment class, because those are the women that I have been guided to focus most of my attention on. Every single podcast, every single video, everything I do, you'll always hear me say, join us in spiritual alignment class, because that is where I will be. Okay. My attention is not 100% on the social media streets no more, because I've done that. Okay. I've already done that. Not to say that I won't be online, but as you see, I'm not online nearly as much as I used to be. So that's just what it is, and I know when cycles end, and I've had to go through so many different cycles of life to learn this. When it's time to let go, you'll start to feel like something needs to change. And that's just the way it is. Okay. So it's just time for me to begin a new cycle. And it's not bad. It is not bad. I have learned to embrace the cycles of life. I used to be the type of person where I didn't want things to change. I wanted everything to stay the same. And quite honestly, that's not normal. It's really not normal. We should be changing and transforming every single year, at least. There is nothing wrong with you becoming a different version of yourself or going into unknown territories that you've never been in before. That's how you stretch yourself. That's how you grow. That's how you become the greatest version of yourself. So me being online, me talking to y'all, me teaching and guiding and do those things, that is very normal for me. That is my purpose for coming here. For you ladies that are in spiritual alignment class, y'all already know we got our family group chat. So y'all gonna know everything first. Everybody out listening, just kind of out here, whatever, y'all will see. Everybody will see in due time. But it's just time for me to move on to something else. But I'm always going to be helping and assisting. But my whole entire life, I've always had to learn how to transition and move, and not be upset about it. I went through so much in my life that caused me to move forward, but not to be upset about it, but just to accept it for the way that it is. And I know now that that was a part of my initiation to becoming the person that I am now. Now I have no problem with letting go, whereas before I used to really try to hang on to everything. But now I don't have the need to hold on to things. And that's something that I'll tell you in your life. it becomes so much better. It becomes so much more peaceful and easy for you when you learn to let go. It's hard to do. It's very hard to do, especially when spirit gives you the awareness that you're the type of person that holds on to things or hold on to people or hold on to relationships or even your own mindset or your beliefs. Life gets so much easier when you are okay with letting things go. When spirit gives you that awareness, that changes your perspective. It changes everything about you. And that's why enlightenment is the highest vibration next to love. Because when you are enlightened about something, you change. You never go back. You never have that thought again. You change and you transform. And it literally changed you from the inside out. So, like, say, me, for example, I grew up in the church. I grew up a Christian, and I never would have thought I would be this person that I am now, because I used to think about people like me being someone that was lost, or they just don't have a clue. They need to just come to church. They need to read their Bible. They need to get closer to the word, because that's what I was raised to believe. I did not know anything that I know now, and I thought I knew so much. But it took for me to go down a path of reading tarot. Okay. I wouldn't suggest it. Don't go down that path unless it's for you now. But I went down that path and I learned so much about spirituality in the spiritual realm. It opened me up in a way that I was not open before. But I had to be willing to go down a path that nobody else in my family went down. Nobody else I knew went down. It was just a very, very different path. But I did it and I learned a lot through the process. And when that cycle ended, I moved forward. And now that I have been open to spirituality and now open in the way that I am now, I can't go back and sit in a church or go back and get all of my information from a book now that I know how to get the information from the source. I had to change. And in your life, you're going to have to change some things if you want to move forward. You already know I can't tell you what to do. But if you want to move forward, you have to let go when the cycles end, because if you don't, then you stay in a cycle. You will know when you are in a cycle and it has expired and you're still trying to stay in that cycle, because you will literally feel so exhausted and tired. No matter what you do, I don't care how much sleep you get, I don't care how good you eat, I don't care what it is, you will feel drained every single day, like you're pushing yourself to do something. But your soul is saying no, because remember, the soul, that is your GPS. That is who you are. Your soul incarnated and entered into your body, but your soul has all of the information about your past life, present life, where you're going, what you need to do, and all these things. You could be getting that guidance from your soul that's telling you, okay, we need to move here. We need to go there. You need to stop this. You need to do this, but our body can stop our movement. Our body can stop our growth. So if your body is saying, I can't move forward, I can't change, I can't go there, I can't do it, then the soul cannot grow. And then you can't do what it is that you came here to do, which is to grow and evolve on a soul level. Your body is just a vehicle that the soul is using to grow, but you're not the body. And we have to remember that, because the body wants to get stuck in this lower realm and everything that is here, in the family, in the religion, in the job or the career or the business or the friendship or whatever it is, in the relationship or even the marriage. Sometimes you can marry a person when you're at one point in your life and that person refuses to grow. That person is literally holding you back. So then you have a decision to make. Am I going to stay with this person? Am I going to continue in this relationship, or am I going to take this road by myself? You have a choice to make. And let me tell you, there is no wrong. Okay. No matter what you do, there is no wrong. You're going to learn either way. But if you feel like, I am so tired, I need to do something, it's time for you to move forward. See, me, I don't let myself get to that point, because I've been through so many of these cycles. I know right away when a cycle has ended, because, like, say with Spark the Flame, I've been recording these videos for a whole entire year now. I didn't even know I had recorded 70 episodes so far. But for the past month, because I do it every single week. So for the past month, I just started feeling like I don't really want to record. And I never felt like that before. I would record all the time. I love doing it. And then all of a sudden I felt like, okay, it's becoming a little bit of a burden. Me knowing me, I know that, okay, this has ended. So I prayed about it, of course. And then Spirit always guides me back to my own feelings. How do you feel? What do you want to do? And every time I'm like, okay, now I have to go within, because now I'm at the point with our creator to where it's not me just praying and asking for guidance. Spirit is also asking me, what do you want? You decide what it is that you want to do. So I was like, okay, I would want to keep doing the Spark the Flame podcast, but then I'm thinking to myself, like, for how long? Because I've already done 70 episodes. So how much longer am I going to do this? And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, well, I could just end it here. And when I thought about ending it, I felt relief. So that's how I know that that's the direction for me to go, because now it's like, okay, when I don't have to do the Spark the Flame podcast, I can record more TikTok videos, or I can go live on TikTok more. Or I can go do something else, like finish writing my book that I have been working on for a year. I can do some other things. I felt relieved. So in your life, if you're thinking about making a decision and you're not sure of what to do, follow your bliss. What makes you happy? What is going to make you feel free? Because if you feel like, oh, I'm drained, I really don't want to do this, I got to get up and do this, this is what I have to do, living in that energy is no longer an option for humans. We can live like that right now, and we've been living like that for many, many, many thousands of years. But that is not raising the vibration of this planet. That frequency is lowering the vibration of the planet. Humans feeling stressed and tired and wore out and overworked. That is lowering the vibration of the planet. That is the reason why most of us are being guided to our bliss. Most of us are being guided to stop working, to even open up a business if it takes away some stress, or do something that is going to free you and make you feel like you're not stuck on a job or stuck in a relationship or stuck in your business. Many people are giving it all up and choosing to live a life where they don't have as much, but they have the freedom and they have the peace. And that raises the vibration of the collective. I know you're out there. The more people do that, it is raising the vibration of the planet, and more people are feeling that. So if you're starting to feel like, I need to move forward and do something, again, this very, very strong urge to move forward and do something different, then just take a small step. You don't have to have it all figured out. I don't have it all figured out. Nobody ever has it all figured out, but you know enough to know that something needs to change. Your soul is sending you these signals because something needs to change. And even if you make the change and you say, well, dang, I made this change and everything went crazy, you still need to go through those experiences. And remember, on the spiritual path, we always say that you don't know what you don't know that you don't know yet. Because if you know, you won't go. All right. And you need to go to have that experience. So even if it feels like you went the wrong way, what did you do? All these crazy feelings that you might start having, you're on the right path. You need to grow, you need to evolve, and you need to learn, and you need to stay present. And you're going to learn how to stay in the present, because most of us are always in a rush. And we've been like that for most of our life. We've always been in a rush, always rushing off to work, always rushing to school, rushing to the next thing, rushing to do this, got to do that, got to do that, got to make more money. I say I want 100,000, now I want 1 million. I got 1 million, I want 2 million. It's always more and more and more and more and more. But as humans, we are not our best when we're always in that vibration of being dissatisfied in life. That is a low vibration of feeling like you're not enough, you don't have enough. So there are many of us that are deciding to live in the present. And even though we may not have as much as we want or have the things that we used to have, we would choose the peace over the things. And the more people that do that and live in this frequency, it's going to become a new norm. Remember, we only live the way that we do because we all agree. Everybody has agreed that we need to go to work to make money to take care of ourselves. That is a collective belief. But if we believe something different as a collective, if we decide that no, we do not have to go and work hard to take care of ourselves, that we will allow our creator to take care of us, and we can rest and create from a place that is not hasty and always in a rush, and we can live in this flow of peace and we actually start moving in that direction, then that becomes a new norm. And generations down the line, our children and their children and their children, that's the only life they'll know. They won't know a life of working hard and getting up and having to work every single day at a job. They won't know that. And I'll tell you the truth. My son's generation, okay, them 20-year-olds, 18-year-olds, young people now, they're not quick to go and get no job. They don't want to go get a job. They want to make money, but they're not thinking about going to go get a job. They're trying to figure out a way to sell something, do something, make something. These young people are very sharp. If they do work on a job, they're always thinking ahead. They're so forward thinking, but that's because their mindset is totally different from ours. See, in our generation, we still think that the best way to take care of ourselves is to go get a job. But that's not the best way to take care of yourself because you're limited. We believe that, so we've done that. But our children's generation, they're looking at us like, no, I don't want to do it like that. I don't want to do it like that. I don't want to work hard like mom. And I don't want to work hard like daddy. Y'all stressing yourself out every day about the bills. They're doing some really great things at their young age. And as parents, we have to encourage them and show them different. I am glad that my children, especially my daughter, she has been able to see me work hard on the job, work hard in the business, and now see me the woman that I am today, where I don't really have anywhere to rush and go and be every single day. And she's seen me become very peaceful and calm because now I live in this flow of spirit. But she also seen me when I had to get up and work every day and I was tired and stressed out and I didn't have time for my children because all I did was work. I didn't have time to raise them. But now I'm here every day. Everything that they go through, I'm right here with them. I think I spend more time at home than they do. And it's time for us to change this, to shift this mindset because most people do not want to get up and go work hard on the job. We don't. And if you have a business, it doesn't mean that you're in a better position. Being self-employed is still on that one side of the cash flow quadrant. Okay? Talking about Robert Kiyosaki's book, The Cash Flow Quadrant. And he talks about how you go from being employed to self-employed. And then you go to the other side of the quadrant where you become a business owner and an investor. And most people are stuck being self-employed, which means that you have to do everything. So it's not any better than having a job because you literally still have to do everything to make sure that things happen. So we have to transition. And when we transition and we change and we end these cycles, then it makes it better for the next generation. And in our generation, we can see a shift too if we agree. All you got to do is get into the flow. But if you don't believe that it's possible for you to stop working hard, and if you're trying to go and work hard like I did for several years, you're going to have to keep doing that. I can remember when I stopped working on a job. I can remember when I stopped uploading videos and recording and doing all the things that I was doing to take care of myself. And I will tell you that whenever you trust in spirit, trust in our creator to take care of you, it will work out for you. And there will always be a plan. You will never just stop every single thing and there won't be any plans. Spirit will give you direction. If you listen, you have to listen to the guidance though. If spirit is guiding you to do something, you don't know where it's going to lead you to. And if you stop yourself from moving, then you don't know what could have happened in your life. Listen, thank you, Spirit. Some of you have received messages years ago. You got an idea years ago to do something that you still haven't done. You know that you're being guided to do something, but you don't believe that it's possible or you're comfortable on your job. And this is the reason why a lot of people are losing their jobs because you're too comfortable. And a lot of times, this is how humans learn. Spirit gave you an idea years ago to do something, and you haven't taken one step to do it. But you step and go to work every single day and know in your mind or in the back of your mind that there's this idea that you want to do. I told you, this is how the guidance comes to you. It always seems like an idea for you to do something, but you don't know that that is spirit setting you up. So whatever it is that you know you're being guided to do, take one step. You might not see the results right away. It may take some time. But one thing that will happen is that character that you need to be able to sustain whatever it is that you're doing, you will build the character. Spirit will start to build your character up. You will start to change. You will start to transform. You will become the person that you need to be before everything takes off to where it needs to be. So if you know within your spirit, inside of you, that you have been guided to do something, or for some of you, you might even have the whole picture. You may have the whole thing. You already know what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You already know how it's going to turn out. You know every single thing. The only thing you have to do is take a step. Take a step in that direction. What step can you take? Just figure that out. You don't have to have every single thing planned out. Like I was talking to our cousin the other day. She said she want to write a book. Okay, if you want to write the book, you don't have to write the whole entire book right now. Do you even have a title for the book? What's the name of the book going to be? If you don't know the name of the book, then just spend some time figuring out what the title of the book is going to be. And then you can check that off. Create a checklist for yourself. You can literally sit down and create a checklist for yourself, but don't put boundaries on yourself. Don't say, oh, I need this, so I can't do that. Okay. Take all the boundaries away. If you had everything that you needed, what are the steps that you need to take in order for you to do whatever it is that you want to do? What are the steps? If you know the steps, take the steps. Some of those things don't require money. And a lot of times we'll say, oh, I don't have the money to do it. But there are some things that you can do that don't require money. And once you start moving in that direction, you will be surprised how the money is there when you need it. I'm telling you what I know. So you do your part and take the steps, and then Spirit will take the steps to make sure that you have what you need. Because it's not about you doing it for you. When you're connecting to our Creator, you're not doing what you're doing for you and for your benefit. So we move away from this world of working and taking care of yourself and just taking care of your family and into this collective movement of taking care of each other. And you understanding that you play a major role in assisting the collective, not just taking care of yourself and your family and paying your bills. It's bigger than that. You're going to have everything that you need. But the more you get, the more you have to do what it is that you were created to do. That's what the money is for. You'll see people in the world systems, they will get the money and go buy more and more things, a bigger house, more cars. They don't even know what to spend the money on. They got so much money, they don't even know what to spend the money on. They just junk it off because they don't have an assignment. All right? They just have the money and they have no preparation. Spirit's not going to do you like that. Spirit is going to prepare you and give you the information when you need it. But if you haven't taken the first step, you don't need all the steps because it's going to overwhelm you. So take the first step. And for some of you, taking the first step is creating a blueprint, creating an outline. If you want to write a book, then what's the name of the book? And just do the chapters. And then you're done. Now you can work backwards from there. But do something, because I'm here to tell you that things are changing. And you don't want to be put in a position to where you have to do something. You want to do it from a place of rest. So do it in your spare time. You can still do this and work on your job. You can still work on your job and plan your escape or do the thing that you know that you were created to do. Because I always like to think of it like this. Working on a job is not a bad thing. We all start off there. You're going to learn a lot working on a job. And believe it or not, a lot of what you learn working on a job is going to serve you and help you with your life purpose work. So everything that you do on a job, all those skills you get, all that, it's going to help you with your life purpose work. There is time for us to help others do what they came here to do. And then there will be a time when others will come and help you to do what you came here to do. We get stuck helping others do what they came here to do and never get to the point where we are doing what we were created to do. You were created to do something. For a very few people, you're created to help somebody else with their mission the entire time that you're here. But that's for a very few people. Most people, you have something new to bring to the collective. This is how the world changes. The world changes because every person has something unique that they came here to do and to bring and to add to the collective, and then you go on. But if you're not fulfilling your life purpose work and you're not doing what you came here to do, This is why we have lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. It's because we're not growing on a soul level, and then we're not doing what we were created to do. So then you come back here again. All right? And there are many of you that are listening to me. You're on your last lifetime or last couple lifetimes. We all know it's getting ready to wrap up. So are you going to do what you were created to do? Because remember, we have the free will. As humans, we were created with free will. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but that's how the creator created us. So hey, got to be good. But we have the free will to do whatever it is that we want to do. And a lot of times that's what's stopping us because we have so much. We have the ability to choose which way we want to go, what we want to do, how we want to do it. And it's not just a program that you have to do it like this, you have to do it like that. You choose. So you can choose to live your life the way that you're living it right now. But if you know that you're not satisfied where you are, which is definitely guidance from your soul that it's time to change, then do something different. You can do that. You can do that. And it doesn't matter what people think. You're not here for them. You were created to do something. So who cares what other people think? We think too much about what other people think. And most of the time we're worried about what other people think and they're not even in their purpose. So why are you worried about people and what they have to say about you and what you're doing in your life, all in your business, when they're not even in their purpose work? They're not even doing what they came to do. But they want to tell you how to live your life. That just doesn't make sense. So do whatever it is that you feel like is best for you because you can't go wrong, especially if you're following your bliss and you're following that intuition that we were given to move when it's time. And when you take that step, just be ready to be uncomfortable. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be comfortable for you. You will get to a point to where it's comfortable. You will see, you'll look back and say that one day, oh, it all made sense. It all came together. But when you're taking those steps in the beginning and you're moving forward, you don't know what's going on. You don't know everything. And it's supposed to be like that because we're here on a path of self mastery. All right. We're learning and we're growing and we're evolving. And every new level of your life is going to be a new version of you, but you're also going to have new experiences that you never had before. You're going to be around new people that you never were around before. It's all going to change, and that's what you want. If you have been around the same people for 20 years, you have not evolved at all. If you have not done anything different other than get up and go to your job for the last 5 or 10 years, you are not growing. And I don't care how far up you move on that job, just know that you have not moved on a soul level. You're still doing the same thing. So whenever you start feeling like my life needs to change, I need to do something better, that is your soul that's saying it's time for you to shift. And you have to be okay with the shift when it's time. Or you can hold yourself back. And a lot of people choose that path. A lot of people choose to stay where they are because they're just afraid to move. A lot of people stay at the church for 20 years falling asleep because they already know what the pastor's going to say. All right? A lot of people stay stuck in religions that their parent gave to them that they don't necessarily agree with everything, but since mama said this is right, daddy said it's right, okay, it must be right. And they stay stuck there their whole life. Okay, that's for them. But if you're listening to me, that's not for you. That's not for you. You're going to do something different. And people might look at you like you're crazy. They might feel like you're destroying your life. And what are you doing with your life? But you're not here to please them. You're here to discover why you are here. And if you're not doing things that are different, then you're never going to discover what you came here to do. And change is normal. Everything in your life is going to change. Get used to that. Get used to you changing. Get used to the people in your life changing. Get used to the things you do changing. Get used to your environment changing. Okay? Of course, it's going to be cycles. It's not going to be every single day that things change because there's cycles. But like I said, every 3 years, you end a cycle and then you move forward and then you move on and then you go on and then you go on. You master something and you go on. If you're doing something right now, even if it's your business, you've mastered it. You already know how to do that. Okay, go on and do something that you don't know how to do. Learn how to do something that you don't know how to do. Go into a whole new space. Do something brand new. It's okay for you to do that, but you have to give yourself permission to grow. And you have to put yourself in the right environment to grow, because oftentimes we're not in an environment that is going to be helpful for us to grow. And changing is normal. That's a part of the growth process. And it doesn't matter what people say. People can say whatever they want to say. Most of the people will come here, I promise you, they will not fulfill their life purpose work. They won't. They're too afraid to do anything. But I don't want that for you. I don't want that for your children. I don't want that for your grandchildren. I want us to be the generation that changes everything. That's what I want. I want for our children and grandchildren to remember us years after we are gone. You know, they remember what we did. But most people have grandparents that they don't remember because they didn't do anything for them to remember. But I don't care if you have a grandparent that opened up a cleaners. They did something different. You will remember that, like, oh, my grandma opened up a cleaners. Wow, that's amazing. Doesn't matter if they did something small, and not to say that that's small, but they did something different. And you will remember that. And every time you do something with your life, it impacts your children's life because they can see what's possible. But if you don't get up from where you are and do something different and follow that guidance from spirit that's coming from within you, you're not going to do anything for your children or grandchildren to remember working on that job. I promise you, you won't. You have to step outside of the box. You have to do something different. And then they will see what's possible. And the strength that you have to overcome, the courage that you have to overcome, then your children will see that and say, well, you know what? If my grandma did it, I can do it. If my grandpa did it, I can do it. The reason why a lot of us, especially in the Black community, a lot of us don't feel like it's possible for us to move on because all we ever seen was people struggle. And that's it. Just trying to make it. I didn't start seeing like real successful people until I moved here to Atlanta in my 30s. Listen to what I'm telling you, cousin. I went my whole entire life. I never saw people successful if they were doing something legal. Never. The only people that I saw was successful were people who were doing things illegal. So I know what I'm talking about. I felt like everything was possible for me because it's just in me. I've always felt like that. I don't know why, but it's just in me. And then my mama named me Ken Ken. So I just was like, okay, this just making sense now. But I always felt like that. I didn't know why, but being in this environment and being around people that are actually doing things and they are successful, they're going after their dreams, they're doing things that they say they're going to do, it's inspiring. So now I really feel like, okay, well, if they can do it, I can do it, you know? And it's the same thing with your children, your grandchildren. They're going to feel the same way about you. Write your story, leave your story, tell them all the crazy stuff you went through because you done went through it. Tell them all that. But don't forget to tell them how you overcame it all. Don't forget that part. Don't forget to tell them no matter what you went through in your life, it made you better. It made you stronger. That's a success story. That's a success story. Leave a success story for your grandchildren and your children. Let them know what is possible. Show them. Because a lot of times as parents, especially mothers, we want to tell our children to do one thing, but we're doing something else. It don't work like that. Your energy is what your energy is. And if you don't have the strength to get up and do what you need to do, believe me, your children know. They can feel it and they know it. And then when they get old enough to really see you and talk to you, don't be surprised if they don't give you the respect that you want. Because they're not going to respect you because you didn't get up and give them nothing to respect. It's just time. It's your time. If you're listening to what I'm saying, it's your time. But you have a choice to make. Either you're going to end the cycle and move forward or you're not. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to always do it for me. That's why I share my experiences with you, because I'm telling you, I'm not ever going to tell you to do something that I would not do. I have done every single thing that I said I was going to do, and I'm going to continue to do that. And if I got to walk by myself, that's fine. I don't mind, because I know that I'm going to have the support I need whenever I need it. It may not come from the people that I want it to come from, but I'm going to have it, and I'm still going to be able to accomplish what it is that I came here to do. That's what it's about. We're not always going to get everything that we want all the time, but we will have everything that we need. And that's what's most important. You have everything you need. And you have the ability to get up. All you got to do is get up. That's it. That's all you got to do. And you have my support. If you're struggling with being inconsistent, if you lack discipline, if you're making decisions and you're not sure why you do what you do, but you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, then you lack self-awareness. And if you have an issue letting go of the things that you've been through in your life, it's time. And that is what spiritual alignment class is for. It's to give you that reset. It's to give you that boost that you need and to give you the tools that you need to free you so that you can align with that guidance of spirit within you and do what it is that you need to do. And you have support because we have a community of women. We're all doing the same thing. We're all doing the same thing. We literally were up the other night at 11 o'clock at night, texting, laughing. Like, we've known each other our whole entire life. But I love that because that's something that I've always wanted. I always wanted a community of women that was just authentic. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have here. So you have support. If you feel like you don't know what to do, you have support. You just have to make a move. You have to do something. Look, I always have to say if, because I can't tell you what to do. If you want to start this new cycle, because you're going to see a lot of successful people. 2020 has nothing on the amount of people that are about to blow up right now. I'm telling you the truth. Y'all see all this chaos going on, but it has to be balanced. And there are people that are about to be millionaires, billionaires, the smartest people that you've ever seen in your life. Coming out of the woodworks like, wow, look at what he's doing. Look at what she's doing. Where are they getting this? They're in position. You have to get yourself in position. You have to do the things that you know you're being guided to do so that you can get in position. So when it's time, you will be one of them ones that's leading this new earth because you're here to be a leader. And you know that because most of the women that I'm talking to, and men, if you're listening to, most of you have had leadership positions your whole life. Either you work independently or you've had leadership positions your whole life. If you have to listen to a boss or a supervisor, you do more than they did. You're looking at them like, why are you telling me what to do? I know what to do. You don't need nobody to tell you nothing. You don't need nobody to tell you nothing. You just got to believe in yourself. You just got to believe in yourself. That's it. And that comes with time. And you need time. So if you've been guided to stop working, it's because you need time. When I took 3 years off from work, I needed time. If I was still working on a job or working in my business, I wouldn't have time to nurture myself. I wouldn't have time to hear what Spirit is telling me. I wouldn't have the time to just go on walks and do the things that I need to do, or go up in the mountains, or, even paint my nails and just sit here and just pamper myself, or whatever it is that I want to do. I wouldn't have the time. So make time for yourself. You make time for everything else. Make time for yourself and be unapologetic about it. Cancel plans. I can't make it. I can't do it. Don't want to do it. I got time for myself. Love yourself and be by yourself and watch what Spirit does through you. Because remember, our Creator is not doing anything for you because you're not special. I'm not special. We're not special. It's being done through you. But you have to allow it. You have to allow the spirit to flow. And it takes time. So if you're being guided to be by yourself, or even if you've been forced into a position where now you have nothing but time, that's the best place to be. That's great. That's great. You need time. That's your wealth. If you are wealthy and you have a bunch of time, you have everything. Because there's a lot of people who have money, but they don't have time. And they definitely are not healed. So what good is it to have the money, but you're not healed? And your mind is all over the place. And you don't have time for yourself. What do you have the money for? So you can go do whatever it is that you want to do. And you think that you're doing what you're doing for the goodness of the Most High and for the collective, but you're not. You're doing what you want to do. Because before you get all of that money and all those things, then you will be prepared. So if you have to go through a preparation period, it's okay. It's all right. It is okay. Just let it flow, go through the process, and watch and see how spirit will transform your life. Spirit will transform your life. I am a witness. I am telling you right now today, please don't look at me and think that I have done anything. I did not do anything other than surrender and listen. I learned to listen to what I could not hear and see what I could not see. And all you have to do is surrender when it's time to and move on and move up. And you'll see. You'll see the change in your life. Okay, cousin. I love y'all so much. Y'all already know where to find me. I'm definitely always on TikTok. I'm over there more than anywhere. So you can find me on TikTok at the Lighthouse Women's Wellness Center. Or actually on TikTok, I think it's just Lighthouse Women's Wellness. And if you want to connect with me, then join us in spiritual alignment class. I would love to help you on your journey. I'm still available. I am still here. You can enroll whenever you are ready. All right. I am still here to support you. You do have support, but you do have to do the work. You have to do the work. I'm not here just to give you the answers and to just give you guidance and then you just sit on the guidance every day. This is not church. This is not church. I'm not here just to make you feel good. You have to get up and move. And if you're ready to get up and move, then I'm here to assist you. But if not, then hey, like I said, sometimes we got to let go. And that's okay. All right, cousin. I love y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoy the Spark the Flame podcast. Remember that all the episodes will still be here on Spotify, on YouTube, on iHeartRadio, on Amazon Music, on Apple Music. So all the podcasts will be here. And make sure that you stay subscribed because I will be back. All right. And you will get a notification. As I said in the beginning, I'm not exactly sure when the next season will start, but I will let you all know. I will definitely keep you posted. Make sure that you download your free guide today. If you need clarity about anything in your life, any situation, download your free guide today. If you join the email list, I will send you all emails. Y'all know I send y'all guidance, messages, everything, all the updates, everything. So download your free guide today, and I will be sure to update you all with any changes and everything that is happening here at the Lighthouse. Just keep your eyes open, baby. Keep your eyes open. I'm just telling you. It's definitely going up. And like I said, I'm still here for you. I love y'all. Y'all know I'm sending y'all love and healing energy every single day. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye.